Welcome to the Beastlands. Here, the only law is of the jungle, the only call of the wild. But all is not balanced in these happy hunting grounds, and when aberrant scars of the planescape's great conflicts tarnish these lands, only the noble unicorn knights can preserve the natural order. Or at least their recent contractors can give it their best shot. The quarry is clear, the trail warm. It's time to assemble our hunting party.
Hello, and welcome to our little horror hunting D&D campaign, folks. My name is Austin, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and just as alike in multiclasses as both plant and fungi, our player today is a king of multiclasses himself. Say hello, Wally.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's just me today.
Welcome to Campaign 3, Season 1, Episode 3. This has been difficult for me to master, of Rolling with Difficulty, hunting party. So as you are well aware by now, we are going one player at a time, introducing them all. Today is Wally's episode, which means that next week is well, you can figure it out. But before we get started today, I'm going to give a little pause to let Sophia insert any news that she may have.
Thanks, Austin. And did you know that snakes don't have eyelids? No, you do. Anyway, stick around to the mid-roll to hear from our friends at Join the Party podcast. You may remember one of their hosts, the Game Master Eric Silver, from his appearance as Clancy Two Shots in our Cloud Empress One Shot. You can also follow the podcast on various social sites, mainly BlueSky, but we hit some other ones too. And if you want to talk with some of our cool fan community, be sure to check out the Rolling with Difficulty Discord linked down in the show notes below. And if you want to support the podcast, check out the Patreon for cool bonus stuff, all sorts of business. I'm cooking up some stuff to post on there soon. So yeah, that's all the updates. And with that, I will use my eyelids that I have, because I am not a snake, to blink at you, which completely ruins the metaphor of whatever it is that you did inevitably to get around this inserted promo reminder. Thanks, guys.
And presumably Sophia's done now. All right. Well,
she's thrown it back.
She's thrown it back. I caught it. Probably. Maybe. I'm actually afraid of this. This gives her a huge opportunity to completely
make us look really dumb.
Make us look very foolish.
It's fine.
We're really handing her. I remember an interview with Bradley Cooper where he's like, I feel bad voicing Rocket in the Guardians movies because I ad-lib all these quips making fun of everyone, but no one ever gets to get me back because I'm the last one to go. I'm just recording audio after everyone has shot the scenes. Anyway.
That's really funny, though.
Good on him, honestly. I could only wish
that's a powerful
position
to be in.
Well, without any further ado, let us get into episode 3 of Rolling with Difficulty Hunting Party. We begin in darkness. Far, far from the first layer of the Beastlands known as Kragala is Karasuthra, the third and bottommost layer of the Beastlands. The world of eternal night. Under a full moon risen highly in the sky, a world of pitch black wilds stretches as far as the eye can see. And here, wandering through these pine forests, the ground coated in needles beneath your feet. Very few little plants growing up through the harsh, acidic soil of this ecosystem to block your way. We see silhouetted against the dark a figure. Wally, why don't you go ahead and describe your character?
Yes, we see very large, tall, although physically imposing, still very lithe is the word I guess I'm looking for here.
Yeah.
Bugbear.
Got kind of a compactness to him,
Yeah. With very wild hair, dark beard. His hands and feet go from this dark brown to a pitch black fur. And all of it seems very dirty and matted, covered in dirt. He has these sort of vines tattooed within the arms. He's carrying nothing. He has a small sack on him with some herbs and spices. He has an axe with him as his dark eyes pierce through the darkness. His green eyes pierce through the darkness as he is stalking about the dark forest.
Fantastic. Did we get a name for him?
Yes, we will be playing a Garou this season.
Garou. Well, Garou, as you stalk through the forest, you know that you are here on a hunt. You have been sent, as you have countless times before, out in search of a beast worthy of your strength. You know that not far from you is your quarry, an owlbear. And indeed, as you come to where the edge of this forest is and it drops off into a meadow, you can hear rustling and labored breathing, the telltale signs of a large beast not far from you. We're going to begin by showing you the map, and I'm going to ask how you would like to approach this. So you're going to begin all the way on the northwest corner, kind of standing underneath this pine tree over here. And go ahead, drop yourself. Perfect. And Garou, the hunt is about to begin. What are you going to do in preparation?
Garou, with his quarry insight, will do one thing, in that he will reach into his little sack on the edge, that on his hip. He will pull out some fine dust, fine red dust, and sort of rub it on the lower half of his face. And he will cast Armor of Agathis, using his 3rd level pact slot here.
Awesome. And what does it look like when he casts this spell?
For a moment, the red dust sort of hangs in the air, and sort of the flies buzzing about him go silent for a quick moment, and then they all coalesce back onto his body as this sheen of disgusting grime appears on his body.
He's a stinky boy.
Very, very stinky boy.
All right, fantastic. Are you going to is Garou a stealth employer, or is he sort of a rush-in kind of guy?
In this instance, he feels confident of all the creatures that exist on the Beastlands. I feel like owlbear for him would be something he had fought before.
Mm-hmm.
So his confidence would be like, I know this creature. There's no need to stealth it.
Yeah.
So
Owlbears
he will walk into...
Sorry, go on.
He will walk into the clearing, raise his axe in the air, and in beast speech, he will turn to it and he says, "My quarry, let this fight be a bloodied one."
Fantastic. So yeah, go ahead and place yourself at least 30 feet from the owlbear. Wherever you would like to be, 30 feet away is what's going to trigger this combat encounter since you aren't stealthing. Fantastic. A couple things that you would know. Owlbears are not native to the Beastlands. The Beastlands produces regular mundane, quotes, we'll get to what mundane means, but wild animals from the souls of petitioners. That means that there's a constant influx of lions, rabbits, and skunk and monkeys and all the manner of things. Owlbears are not naturally occurring. They're monstrosities, but it's pretty common for shit like this to end up in the Beastlands because it's a big wild area. So, you know, if they get dumped here a lot by people, and also it's just a good place for like wizards to do arcane tinkering because there's no people around for them to worry about upsetting. So monstrosities like the owlbear that are not natural but made of natural things are not super unusual. So you speak the language of beasts, which is spoken by all of the beings of this plane, all the naturally occurring animals. However, it is not, but it does hear you, and you see it's kind of been foraging on this bush of berries, and upon hearing you enter the clearing, its head turns. Owls actually have asymmetrical ears so that they can pinpoint the location of creatures with greater accuracy. And you see that its head kind of cocks as you approach, and it stands up, and it looked intimidating before. Now it's 12 feet tall, a full 5.5 feet wide, sees you and lets out a... And we are going to go ahead and roll initiative. Neither party is surprised, so this is just a straight roll from both of us.
All right, here we go. Don't quite have danger sense, so I don't have advantage on this. That will be an 8 on my end.
Oh, this guy rolled a 9.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I have my little bit of extra damage here, but that's all right.
Okay. Let's see. What's his speed? He's got 40. He's got plenty. He is going to barrel at you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still plenty of movement. Stands up. So now you're still a good 5 feet above him. There's this kind of it's not a cliff. It's a little bit of a drop off. There's an eroded edge here. But even so, he's towering above you, even with your height and not towering above you. He's still taller than you, even with the 5 feet from the slope and your own height. And he is going to do a bite and claw.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First with the bite. Ooh, terrible. He snaps down with a beak with a 7 to hit. Sorry, 9 to hit, but quite bad.
9 will miss.
Then he is going to hit with the claws. Oh no, terrible again. Only an 11. I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Oh, okay.
Or 2 and a 4, rather. Damn, okay. He comes in, and how do you evade? This creature is obviously not incredibly savvy or wise or anything. So how do you evade these two attacks? What has Garou, expert hunter, set himself up for that when this owlbear charged in just as you planned, both of its attacks went wide?
Garou is being of considerable strength with strength of 19. He kind of has his battle axe, which looks like a claw that he pulled from a beast attached to a stick, essentially.
That's right.
He uses it and parries the beak attack and the claw as well with one twirl of the battle axe, and he slides it onto his back. And he says, "I don't think I'll be needing this. Like I said, let's make this bloody."
Okay. That's gonna end his turn.
On my turn.
Yeah, bring us to you.
Yep. I will bonus action rage here.
Got that sweet multi-class.
A beast barbarian, I will choose the claws here. As Garou's nails, his dark, crusty nails sort of extend out, maybe 3-5 inches, and he bears them out like Sabretooth. And he will, I think this is 3 attacks here.
I believe if you use your claws, yeah, you get an extra attack as a bonus action or something like that.
I think it's just a free action, really.
Or is it just free? Yeah, and then you can use, because you used a bonus action to rage.
Once on each of your turns, attack. Yep. Yes.
Yep.
An additional claw action. So, and of course, I'm a barbarian. All these attacks are reckless.
It's always reckless.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
First one will be I have a +8 to this, 21 to hit.
Hell yep.
Second one will be a 19 +8. Give me that crit, baby. So that's gonna hit right with a 27.
Yes.
And then the last one, that's the crit. There we go. Rolled a 17 and a nat 20.
Okay.
All right, let's do the non-crit damage first. Non-crit damage is 7 plus 15, I believe, here.
15 total?
Wait, plus the rage.
Oh, yes.
damage, which is 19.
Gotcha. Okay. 19 damage on those first 2 attacks.
Yep. And then on the crit here, so it's going to be baseline 12 slashing.
Yes, from the 2d6 plus your 2 from rage is.
Yeah,
14.
no, that includes the rage now.
Oh, okay.
So it's base 12. So it's
it's
the claws are
1d6
d6s.
claw, right?
Yes. Plus an additional 1. Okay, not that great of a 13.
Hey, still higher than your normal max could be. That's the beauty of the crits. All right, on that last attack, he's going to use his reaction, Hulking Rush. He's going to move up to half his speed without provoking opportunity attacks. 5, 10, 15, 20. Going to move 20 feet in this direction.
Okay.
All right. Does that end your turn? Or would you like to move
that is all I got. That was action,
Okay.
bonus action. Oh, wait. Right, I can use my movement to just close the gap.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, hold up. I will, he will chase after the owlbear. Get back into melee range with it. Actually, he has... No, we'll go all the way up. Yeah, we'll go all the way up.
Okay. You charge, it barrels away, and you charge in. You could tell it was, it's a wild animal, and so... No, I'm sorry. I'm going to do something very different. We're going to wind the clock back. Instead of running away, I forgot that I have this reaction. We're going to move right back here.
Okay.
And it's going to do this. When you strike it with that crit, you watch as something that you've never seen with an owlbear happens before. You watch a flash of purple light from its eyes. I need you to please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm very bad at these. Okay. Okay, I have a -1 to this. Here we go. That's an 11.
That is a failure. It is going to use its ability Share Pain. You watch as instinctively, when it gets really hurt by that crit, it is going to lash out, and you take 10 psychic damage.
Okay. Let me just double check something on Armor of Agathis here. Don't think that will trigger Armor of Agathis.
Yeah, I don't think it's damage. I think they have to hit you with a weapon attack.
Yep, melee attack, yep.
Okay. That brings us to the owlbear's actual turn. That was the reaction. Your turn ends. He will not run away with his reaction. He does this psionic ability instead. Ooh. And
okay. It's not
now he is going to use his action to bear hug. Please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. One thing though, I believe at the start of my turn, my Cloak of Flies deals 3.
Oh, an additional 3. Yeah, the buzzing
necrotic
flies
damage,
around you
yes.
bite and otherwise pester this owlbear, who is already looking pretty freaking bad. Well, he's going to use his big action as the flies bite, and he lashes out psychically. He's going to try to grab you in his arms and crush you. So that's bear hug. Please make a dex save to avoid his crushing grip.
All right. I do these at advantage.
Yes, you do.
It's not going to be great. That's a 13.
That will fail. That is going to be 10, 19, 21 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 10.
Okay. It will take 15 cold damage.
Ooh, okay. 15 cold damage. That clearly hurts him. He is not looking good. You are grappled, and you are also restrained in this way when you are grappled.
Oh, okay.
And you will
That's not
take
great.
bludgeoning damage at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna rule he can't do that. So, yeah, that is going to be... He's gonna move up. He's standing down on the ledge. He'll move up here after he grabs you and is, like, lifting you up now, and you're kind of like... Your head is, like, hitting branches as you're being lifted up into this pine tree.
Mm-hmm.
But that will end his turn.
Okay, great. Start of my turn, I believe I take some damage here.
You are going to take just 1d10. So that's 2 reduced to 1.
Okay. And, okay, I don't think I have anything crazy to do here.
Yeah, you're currently restrained. So you can attack. Your reckless will cancel it out and make it a straight roll.
I think that's what we will do. So with his long limbs, Garou will stretch out his hands, and I'm not being held away from him, so we'll continue to scratch at sort of just right below the face here.
Okay.
We got 3 attacks, not at advantage, straight. We have a 15, 17, and a 19. Oh, I'm rolling hot, so that's 3 hits here.
15 does not hit.
Oh, 15 plus 8, sorry. That's
yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Okay. So this is going to be 3d6 plus 18, I believe.
Jesus.
Yes.
That's a truly devastating amount of damage.
So that's 10 plus 18, 28.
28. Oh my god. This dude is really, really low. All right. As he takes the damage, what's he gonna do? Here's what he's gonna do. He is going to move up to his speed as a reaction. So he's going to drop you. He's gonna drop you.
Okay.
But he's gonna do something kind of fun here. He is going to use the owlbear's long jump is 30 and their high jump is 50 without a running start. He's going to owl jump up into this tree.
Okay.
A full 15 feet up and get up above you.
Without provoking attacks of opportunity, right?
Because of his hulking rush, yes. So he can move up to half his speed, and there's no rule that says his speed can't be a jump, so he's going to use it as a jump without any running start and just drop you. You don't take any fall damage or anything, but you kind of hit the ground, and he flies up and sits on a branch that you're kind of shocked an animal this big could sit on a branch. I mean, it's still a pretty meaty branch. It's not like it's a twig, but you're like, this is ludicrous looking. It must be their hollow bones. Yeah. All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I don't have any fun bonus actions to do while I'm raging, so we're just chilling here. Okay. I don't like that this bugbear is 15 feet overhead, though. Insert William Dafoe meme here, but let's see what's about to happen.
All right. On his turn, he's going to climb up a little higher to give himself a full 20 feet. Then he's going to use Deadly Leap.
There we go.
He's going to jump down to you. If he leaps at least 20 feet, which he is, he's going to land right basically on top of you. And then he's going to roll at advantage with the bite. If he hits you, you are knocked prone.
This should be fun.
That is going to be an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay. So that's the bite. That is going to be 12 piercing damage down to 6.
Okay.
And you need to make a strength saving throw. I have a suspicion you're pretty good at these.
I'm pretty good at these. Okay, fantastic. 24.
Okay, you're not knocked prone. However, the bite does move you. That is not resisted. It's only 5 feet, though. You kind of slide and start to tumble down. And then he's going to move up on you again, and he's going to claw you with what is most certainly going to be his final act in this world. That is a 19 to hit, so just a little better.
Yeah, that will hit. Yes.
Yep. All right, here we go. That is pretty good. 11 plus 5 is 16 down to 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is the end of his turn. You see an animal...
Oh, wait. On the start of his turn, he should have taken 3 more damage from my Cloak of Flies.
He was 15 feet in the air. Is it the first...
Oh.
Is it when he starts his turn?
You're right. Yeah, it's 5 feet within me. Yeah, you're right.
I was worried because on 4 hit points, I was like, wait, what's it going to be? Is it going to kill him?
Dang,
you see an animal that is
a little higher,
ruthless and also desperate. It is simultaneously has no aversion to killing you, and at the same time fears greatly what is about to happen to it. And as you look into those eyes that not long ago flashed and caused you immeasurable pain, Garou, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Garou will go down on all 4. All all four limbs, take the stance of some sort of, maybe like a tiger or a lion, and he will say, I want you to remember this pain. I want you to understand that right now you walk on the border of life and death, and I will ferry you across that border. You fought well, but I fought better. And I will charge forward and 3 attacks to take down this owlbear.
Yep. Go ahead, roll the hit.
First one's gonna miss, actually. I think. What is this? Oh no, I'm not restrained. Reckless.
Not restrained anymore. Reckless means advantage.
There we go. No, there we go. That's a hit. D6 plus 6. I think that's gonna kill him. 7.
Yep. On 4 hit points. Boom. Claws go across the throat. It lets out a cry less like a bear and more like an owl. A little soft screech. Boom. Falls down next to you and slides, kind of tumbles down the small embankment that's there. And then it is still. Just the sound of your breathing and the crickets.
Garou will take a moment to still his mind. Deactivate the rage. And he will remember that he's never been assaulted psychically like that from an animal.
Nope, that was very strange.
And he will go down and he's going to take a closer look at the body.
Yeah. A few things happen. As you go down to take a closer look at the body, you watch as the animal that has gone still and is kind of bleeding out from the throat. You watch as blood begins to pour up and drip out of the beak and out of the eyes and the ears, as if someone has poured a pitcher into this thing and is now overflowing and is bleeding from places it wasn't before, and its heart's no longer beating. It shouldn't be able to do this anymore. There shouldn't be any more like blood to force out other than the wounds you've opened, and yet you see the blood begin to trickle out, and the head twitches a little bit, and you hear a familiar voice speak to you through the corpse. Good. Yes. The Mask of Malar is bloodied once again. Tell me, Garou, did it hurt?
Pain is something I've grown quite accustomed to. This pain was no different than any other.
Yes, it was. It fought well, it was strong, but you were stronger. And now all the stronger for your victory against this abomination of the wild.
What of its Garou will sort of step closer and look at sort of this bubbling up blood and take a closer look at the beast. Is there a way for me to are there any like abnormal growths I'm looking for anything that's different from the typical animal-like behavior, animal-like features?
Absolutely. A nature or a medicine check I think would be appropriate here.
Oof. Okay, we have neither one, right? Correct. Where's my? There's nature is +0, medicine I think might be worse here. Yeah, we'll just do nature.
Okay.
This is gonna be flat roll. This is 5.
5. You look over the creature. It seems completely normal. There's nothing you can see about it that's different.
Okay. Garou will continue to the voice speaking out of the owlbear. It's like, however, that thing it did with its mind. What was that?
Yes, so curious. It tastes. And you see the tongue of the owlbear kind of weirdly flops out and licks at the blood that's coming out of the beak.
gross.
Wally, you wanted to play a gross boy, you get a gross patron.
I didn't know how gross I could be here. Okay, if you're, I'll okay, fine. I see what we're on about.
You want to outgross me? You see that your patron
for our audience, I'm very sorry for about how gross this episode might get. Just letting you guys know.
You see that the your patron says, "It tastes peculiar. Some tampering beyond that of the usual arcane abomination that created it to begin with. No, there is something alien about it."
Alien, you say? Then this was no beast. This was something much worse. And in disgust, Garou will sort of put his foot through the skull of the creature.
You crack down and feel bone break underneath, and you see the brains begin to dribble out, still pulsing with a faint bit of dying purple light.
That's gross. Would it be too much to take a bit of the brain?
Wally, I don't think there is such a thing as too much with this character.
Okay, yeah. Garou will be like, okay, this piece might be useful.
Yeah,
and he'll
go ahead. There's actually, so you're gonna get a piece of brain no matter what, because it's brain there that you can scoop up. But we're actually doing a sort of new mechanic in this campaign, harvesting, which the other two players have already experienced. In the future, harvesting is a thing that I'm going to kind of leave to the players to be like, oh, can I check about this? But for these first episodes, I'm kind of video game highlighting, right?
Okay, yeah.
This is a harvestable material. So let me go ahead and pull something up here. But yeah, go ahead and make me a nature check. That is the test. You can roll with proficiency bonus if you have like an herbalism kit or some other harvesting supplies.
I do have an herbalism kit on me.
Okay, so it is going to be intelligence from nature. However, you can roll with your proficiency bonus since you have the kit that can help you harvest.
Okay, cool. So I have a +4 to this. Here we go. I rolled a 14.
A 14. So a 14 is not enough to harvest the brain correctly.
Okay, in that case, I will use my Pact of the Talisman feature here.
Okay.
To give me an additional D4 on this ability check.
Okay.
Where's my D4? There we go. That's a 3. There we go. So Garou, as he's digging through the viscera inside this owl bear's head, gags for a moment. Despite the number of times that he's done this, it's still gross at the end of the day. But he will reach for a necklace hidden underneath his beard and put one hand on it as he continues to dig through it. And pull from the magic within it to add an additional 3 to the roll, getting me up to a 17 on this nature check.
All right. On a 17, you will collect one use of this one specimen. Mm-hmm. So you can note down that you have the aberrant owlbear brain. They're the mutant owlbear. And when you or anyone casts a spell that deals psychic damage and they use this as a material component, you can increase the spell's damage die by 1 size. So a d6 to a d8, for example. And then it is the potency is lost. You might be able to still hold on to the brain to be like as a specimen, but it can't be used as a magical component over and over again.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, right?
Very cool. Aberrant.
You also do reach the threshold for or here's what I'll say. This would be a separate check. You notice that the feathers are also harvestable. If you would like to attempt to harvest the feathers, it'll be similarly a nature check.
Yeah, why not? I don't see
Okay,
why not.
go for it.
No, that's unsalvageable. That's a 2.
Yeah, sadly, you are not able. You find that most of the feathers have kind of lost their potency as you've been working on the brain, and the body has kind of laid whatever ambient magic or supernatural ability may have laid within this body is starting to fizzle out at this point.
Okay.
All right. So, you pocket the I guess you have an herbalism kit, so you would have like some small jars.
Yes.
Pocket the brain. You pocket the brain. Stand up from your kill. Is there anything else you want to do before you return back to your home?
Garou will take a quick moment to scan around. I don't think anything else would be around this creature, but a quick perception check just to make sure that nothing is
go
really
ahead, roll
around.
a perception.
Watching him here. Okay. 14.
14. You look around. It seems that you are alone, other than like I said, the crickets and the fireflies here. Do you take any kind of trophy from this kill, or is you? I mean, obviously you've taken the specimen.
Yes.
But that is an interest thing. That is not like a a war trophy. Do you take any, or does Garou kind of leave?
Garou's
the
kind
body?
of disappointed that this wasn't like an actual owlbear. Like to him, like a hunt versus a beast is different from a hunt against this monster. So Garou sort of looks down in disgust at the corpse, and he says, and he sort of thinks to himself, I hope there aren't any more of these around, because as much fun as it is killing these things, there's no it's not really a sense of honor. There isn't a sense of camaraderie here, right? Beasts hunt for survival, and he honors this sense of survival as part of the aspect. He gives tribute to the hunt in that way. This just seems like a mindless creature stumbled into the Beastlands that shouldn't really be here, and he's very much disgusted at the corpse.
Gotcha. Well, as you walk away in disgust and think to yourself that you hope there are no more other creatures like this, you're right. That's the campaign, folks. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. We'll catch
Done.
you.
Easy.
We'll catch you next time.
Okay. Quick episode.
No. You head off back to your home. The Grove of the Beast Lord. Am I correct? Is where you make your camp.
Yes.
You head back and walk through the endless night. We see through forest, through grassland, until eventually you arrive. What does the Grove of the Beast Lord look like, Wally?
I imagine it is a small clearing, maybe no more than like 30 feet in diameter here. That Garou has taken the time to cut down some of the trees. He left and build a small hovel on the edge, and in the center is a small what would you call it? Pedestal, in a sense, where the moonlight directly shines down on this pedestal, where once he returns back, he pulls from a separate section of his bags this book, and he lays it in the moonlight and leaves it there. Home once more.
Welcome back. You place the book upon the pedestal, shining in the moonlight, and then, if you would like, you may take a long rest.
Okay, hell yeah.
When you sleep, Garou, what do you dream about, if anything?
That's interesting. I imagine this is one of the nights where his brain is preoccupied with what's currently happening to have the dreams he typically has, which is him back home being surrounded by fire. It's a recurring nightmare that he has on the most boring of days, but this time around, it's just him. It's a dream of him reliving this rather underwhelming hunt that he had, and him just wandering around thinking he might have missed something, right? So he's replaying this hunt all over again. He's just like, was it really just the one? Maybe if I'd, had a cleaner kill, I would have been able to investigate the body a lot better. This mangled mess of, feathered brains and blood would have been a lot easier for me to analyze. But there's a lot of regrets playing back that hunt.
You play through the hunt over and over, and it goes multiple ways in your dreams. You're always the victor, but always it is too messy. You can never quite learn what you want, and you begin to become frustrated in your dream with this notion that you can't learn more. You're not a sage or an investigator, and as you try to glean information to try to get understanding, it just evades you. And each time you fight, you find yourself casting around looking for answers. The last time you fight, you pull your axe from between the shoulder blades of this owl bear, and you hear rustling from the trees not far from you. You look and you see from the shadows a bit of eye shine, red, far set apart, 2 eyes, something large and prowling in the darkness that you are familiar with. Your patron, hidden from the shadows, speaks to you again. Still you find no wisdom from the kill. Joy as it is to relive again and again and again.
Unless you have something useful to provide me here, there's no use taunting me in the dark.
Useful you ask for, useful I give. I've caught the scent of something else, foul and alien, like your quarry from before, but different, more potent. I think perhaps if answers are what you seek, you have a new hunt awaiting you.
If there are indeed more of these monsters somewhere in the Beastlands, hunt is too kind, too noble of an endeavor to provide them. Indeed, it will be a culling.
Yes, I taste the blood even now. Spill it. Spill it. Spill it and water the ground where you tread.
If there is one thing that I am good at, spilling blood is at the top of that list. But for now, I need a heading.
The deep warrens. That is where it hides. Go there and seek it out.
That is all you had to say. Now be gone.
I will. And you hear him start to walk away into the forest. The voice begins to get fainter. I will, my mask. Good luck on your hunt. As you say, if there is one thing you're good at, it's spilling blood. And as you, right before you wake up from the dream, as you look down at the owlbear, it is no longer the owlbear that you have buried your axe in. Who is it that you've buried your axe in that wakes you up?
I imagine it's probably a fallen member of his clan.
You look down and you see a bugbear prone, weapon scattered from his hand. And then you are awake. It is still the dead of night, as it always is in Karasuthra. However, you can tell that, quote, a day has passed. There is still a little bit of dew and there's a little bit of moisture collected on the leaves. You sleep under a canopy thick enough to not get wet, but every 24 hours in the Beastlands, a thunderstorm comes by and resets the day, so to speak, so you can track 24-hour periods by that. While you slept, this rainstorm has clearly come and gone, and now the day is yours. The Deep Warrens, a cave system, less than half a day's travel from here, and you know it well. So, Garou, you have a new hunt. What would you like to do?
He will wake up, and he will. There's a small pool. Garou doesn't shower all that often. He doesn't feel the need to. But this journey is a bit longer than what he typically does for his daily hunts. So he will sort of stock up. He will grab his backpack, put all of his herbalism kits together, sharpen his axe. He will take the book off of the pedestal, wipe the dew off of it. The magic sort of prevents it from getting wet. So it can
never really be damaged, not by normal means at least.
Yes. And he will slot that in, after, with his shower done, attempt to comb some of the model fur out from him. His dyes as well. Keeps a small pocket of those, but for the most part, he travels light. He does not really have much of anything else on him here. Orient himself in the direction of the Warrens, and I'd like to silently stealth through this forest here.
Absolutely. You begin to pick your way across Karasuthra in pursuit of this new monster in the Deep Warrens. As I said, less than half a day's travel, and by now you know this landscape very well. You walk through the pitch pines, follow the curve of the ravine by the light of the moon, Noctos. Go ahead, make me your stealth check.
Okay, here we go. Oh, solid. 19.
19. No, 19. Hell yeah. You begin to make your way like no louder than the shadow that is cast by the moonlight across the Beastlands. Is there anything else you think about while you travel, or is it sort of just you are very single-minded and focused entirely on staying stealthed and keeping an eye out? Is that all that goes through your mind, or while you do it, is it second nature and your mind is kind of wandering?
Garou does his best to make sure his mind does not wander. So yes, he's very much singularly focused on just getting there. He doesn't particularly like interacting with anyone or anything. He barely even likes it when Malar contacts him. But he very much enjoys the peace and quiet of just stalking through the jungle, unimpeded. No beasts or creatures or giants or whatever else exists here on the lowest level to bother him. And this is when he's most at peace, stalking through the jungle in the dead of night.
Fantastic. You spot some animals as you go. Hippos out of the water, grazing on grass. Once you swear that there is some predator that eyes you, but from within the bushes, but sizes you up as too fierce an opponent and quietly leaves.
I have a plus
You
11
make
to
it with-
intimidation.
Yeah, your passive intimidation. Basically, no mundane animal would ever fuck with you. Fantastic. You come to the area that you know, the edge of the ravine turns into a series of cliffs, and you know that you are approaching the Deep Warrens. It's this kind of tiered hillside, mountain slope, and you begin to kind of pick your way carefully down these ledges and over these rocks. When you notice Tooth, what is your passive? I know your passive perception is not great, but what is your passive perception?
13.
13, yeah. So plenty enough to notice this. You notice that there is a campfire located on one of these kind of edges, one of these tiers, as you're approaching one of the entrances to the Deep Warren. And you can tell there's a campfire, and you can hear the sounds of voices. Sounds like there's at least a hand. Well, there's more than two. There's somewhere on the order of like, I don't know, like 8, 12, something in that.
Interesting.
But from this distance, that's all you've got. However, you do have a pretty solid stealth score.
Yeah.
Would you like to get closer?
Garou will get as close as he can to get a closer look.
Fantastic. So, as you approach from what we'll call the north side here, this is the sight that you see. You are currently, go ahead and place yourself, just for posterity, up on the very north cliff here. All the way in that like top square there. Yeah, perfect. And looking down, yeah, so these are the, as you can see, the moss-covered cascading cliffs that I told you about. There is an entrance to the Warrens here. And as you look around, you see that there's a camp. There are lots of tents sort of patchwork together, except for one that is quite large. And you see that there are a handful. I've actually need to place one more thing. Go ahead and place that here. There we go. You see that there are about maybe like a dozen men here. They are all stripes, but they are all dressed in kind of similar armors. Many of them are chatting around this campfire. You can smell they've clearly caught something and have butchered it, and they're roasting it over the fire. You can smell it now that you're closer. You see that they have a couple guards posted, though none of them have seemed to notice you. Kind of one on like north, south, east, west kind of situation, keeping an eye on from all directions. You see. And then go ahead and make me a perception check. Here's an active perception check.
Same as my passive.
13. Fantastic.
Yep.
You notice a couple other things because these guys aren't stealth. One, you notice someone that you recognize sitting in this tree over here with the little ranger icon. You actually recognize him at first because of his bird, which you've seen before. There is a hunter you've met by the name of Brogan. He's a member of the Blackstone Lodge.
Okay.
He is a furbolg, and he has as a companion an eagle owl, like a Eurasian eagle owl, which is just freaking massive. That's sitting on his shoulder.
Ooh, okay.
So you recognize him as someone you've talked to before, as a member of the Blackstone Lodge. This must be, he goes out with like hunting parties, so this must be some sort of hunting party. On a 13, the other thing, and actually I'm going to ask you, is as you spy this guard who is closest to you, as he turns in the moonlight and the firelight, what is it about him that lets you know that this is a member of the Blackened Rings?
I imagine they have on their armor, very similar. It's a harlequin, like white and black symbol of it's just a ring with like fire around it. There's an emblem of a ring on their armor that make it with I think it's like red and orange accents, very subtle to their uniforms.
Yeah, that sounds fucking rad as hell. As this one guard turns and you see he's got a crossbow, you also spy the armor and recognize that this individual, and indeed the whole party, with the exception of Brogan, who you know what faction he's with, the Blackened Rings are here in the Beastlands, here in Karasutra.
Garou at first is happy to see another member of the Blackstone Lodge here. He will have someone to talk to about this brain viscera that he's packed along with him. And then he's immediately he has mixed feelings about the Blackened Rings here, but he does see the opportunity for a little fun, a little mischief. So while he's stealth, he will move up to, he'll move a little closer here to this northern, he will move up to the northern guard about, I want to say, does he need to be, let me do some quick math here. Yeah, about 20 feet away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And then from hidden, he will thorn whip the guard here.
Okay.
If this attack hits, I will move it 15 feet closer. I will move the guard 15 feet closer to me, within my melee range here.
Fantastic. So I'm gonna let you know that all of these faceless members of the Blackened Rings are, mechanically speaking, minions.
Mm-hmm.
That means if you hit them with an attack roll, they die.
Oh, perfect.
They die right away. However, every time you kill one, there is a chance that, first off, if you wanted to like knock this guy out with Thorn Whip or something, I would allow that. But anytime you do something to try to remove one of them, there's going to be another stealth check. However, because you're yanking him away with Thorn Whip, and because of the way that you're using the terrain here, I'm going to let you. You're gonna roll the hit.
Yep.
And you're hidden, so it's going to be at advantage.
Yes.
And then immediately after, you're going to make a stealth check. That is also going to be at advantage because of your creative use of Thorn Whip.
Okay. At advantage, it's a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cool thing is, if I were to roll damage here, I'll just let the audience know that this would have been 5d6 worth of damage. 3d6 from
Jesus.
Thorn Whip, and then 2d6 from my Bugbear Sneak Attack.
Yep. What? Out of curiosity, what is the damage? Go ahead, and tell us what the.
Okay, yeah, I'll roll it.
Be.
I'll roll it.
How much overkill do you do on this fucker?
Okay, about average here. 10, 17.
Yeah. So you kill this guy 17 times over. Now, mechanically speaking, they have 7 hit points if you were to cast sleep on them, something that is not an attack roll. But that's still enough to kill this guy twice. Yeah, you whip and grab, yank him out of the darkness. You see that it goes the whip goes around his mouth and yanks, and you hear a faint snap as the body comes to rest at your feet, and you kind of drag it away. Well, actually, let's see if you drag it away in time. Go ahead and make me that stealth check at advantage.
Ooh, yes, let's go. Oh no, that's really bad. It's an 8 at advantage here.
All right.
Is there a I don't know if there's a particular DC I need to meet here.
There is a DC.
Would pumping this be worth it? I don't think so. How much? Yeah, I don't think it'll be worth it. That's fine.
Okay. You pull this guy out, and you hear the snap. You kind of pull his body away and rest it behind some rocks so that it isn't discovered. You wait 1, 2, 3, and for a moment you're convinced you got away with it, and then you feel claws brought by completely silent wings in your back. Gonna go ahead and roll because it was hidden.
Okay.
Yep, it's not gonna be much, but the owl is going to deal only 3 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay.
But you feel the force and kind of spins you around, and then you look up to see that Brogan is standing there overlooking you. He's got a little bit of a pipe. Picture him, he's kind of evil Finbar. He's got like ranger clothes on, and he's also bald, but he is much thinner, right? He's more of a kind of, he's still very strong, he's a furbolg, but he's a little bit more dexy. He's got a longbow on his back, a truly tremendous longbow because of his height. And of course there's the owl that he has as his companion. And you see he whistles, gives a little and says, "All right, Morrigan, let's see who we're dealing with. Oh, if it ain't Garou, what you doing around here?" You see, he just completely ignores the fact that you've killed this dude, and is like, "What are you doing here?"
I was just having a bit of fun here. He kind of kicks the helmet of the dude's dead. He wasn't gonna knock him out, no. I just saw some poor strangers wandering into these cliffs over here, and I thought I'd just have a bit of fun.
Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Sure.
That is a lie, right?
Yes, yeah. Cool, that's an 18.
He's not particularly insightful. It's just going to be a DC 12.
That's an 18.
You say you say that. You see Brogan responds, "Poor, you say? These fuckers are paying me half a fortune in order to take them out and back in one piece. I don't much appreciate you putting a thorn into that. Much as it was this guy's own fault if he got himself killed." You see, he kind of looks and gives a kick to the helmet as well. Like, he's like, "Yeah, man, this guy was stupid enough to get himself killed. He probably deserved it. But at the same time, these guys are paying me."
And Garou, from up here, Garou will kind of take a seat next to the dead body. Says, "As long as they got the gold on them, I wouldn't be worried too much about your pay. That's something
oh shit, good point. Get." You see, he goes over, starts patting down the body, pulls out a little coin purse. Man, for all he's paying me, he pays his men like shit. Still closes the bag and tucks it into his own pocket.
So what are they doing here?
We're on a hunt. Supposed to be some big, bad, nasty lurking in the warrens here. They wanted a guide to get them there, and then they're gonna do all the hard work killing the thing. And I get paid for it, imagine that.
What use is the gold? Well, while I see no value of gold out here on the Beastlands, that's your prerogative.
No, you wouldn't.
However, Garou will sort of lift the armor up. He sort of like rips it off of the corpse. He says, "This symbol here, these guys are problems. I wouldn't trust a damn word coming out of their mouths."
I don't. That's why I got the whole lodge backing me up if they try to stiff me. You think they're the only ones here? Nah, they got buddies back in Brooks, camping out there. It's a whole damn contingent of these dumb fuckers. They're going out in little bands trying to hunt off, like I said, these weird big bad nasties they say keep popping up. So
when he says that, Garou's like smile sort of turns into a very deep frown. Says, "Don't like that they're here. But
what's it to you? You afraid they're gonna spoil the beauty of your landscape?"
No, that there's not much these pathetic losers can do to ruin the Beastlands for me. However, if it was up to me, I would personally like to see each and every single one of them suffer a very difficult, long, painful, bloody, and slow death.
Well, you may get your chance. They're going in after this thing. Bet you half of them can't even fucking see in the dark. They're gonna be bringing torches in. How you gonna swing a sword or shoot a bow when you got a damn torch in your hand? These dumb fucks don't know what they're doing. Tourists. That's what they are. But, like I said, worth a pretty penny. However, and you see now that he's kind of like casually draws his bow and is admiring it, but you see he's kind of moving into a threat mode. He says, I'm supposed to take at least a couple of them back. They all go disappearing on my journey, then I'm afraid I might not get much of a payday at the end of it. Just so we're clear on where we all stand.
If I didn't need... If I wasn't in the position that I was in right now, there would be nothing from stopping me ripping both of your arms and using them as arrows when I steal your bow.
Oh, one day, you son of a bitch. Problem is, you are in the position you're in. Knocks an arrow. I got no problem if you got beef with them, but if you're thinking about sneaking around the camp, taking them out one by one, it's gonna be a bit of a problem for me.
Look, here's what I propose. You lead them into this hunt, and if some third party sees that as an opportunity to thin their numbers a bit, that's not entirely your fault. As long as maybe 2 to 3 of them survive, I imagine you still get paid. They don't need to know about this conversation here.
Don't imagine that they do. Alright. Let's say I lead them into the warrens, and then maybe I take a bad turn. You frighten a few off, kill the rest in the darkness. Who's to say Big Baddie didn't get him?
That would be the best situation here. However, I ask 2 things.
I bet you do.
1, there's something I found the other day that was quite concerning, and I might need... Garou pauses for a moment. And then he says, help with something. And he pulls out...
How'd that word taste coming out of your mouth?
Shut it. And he pulls out the specimen of the owlbear brain.
What's this, one of your turds?
Yes, but not as... This one I won't be flinging in your face.
He takes it, looks at it, gives a little shake.
The creature this came off of was different than what we typically see out here. And then Garou thinks for a moment. If by some miraculous means that there are more, well, and I know there are more creatures like it, and if by miraculous means the creature you're hunting seems to be similar to what I fought the other day, we might have bigger problems on our hands.
Bigger problems means bigger rewards. What kind of thing you say you get this from?
It looked like an owlbear, but it did something with its mind.
And it does seem that your path is crossing that of the Blackened Rings here. Heard tell that they come down to the Beastlands because there's some sort of psychic treasure, they said. I don't know. Beastlands is much of a treasure hunt if what you're hunting isn't living and breathing and clawing back at you, but that's what they said, and now they're going around doing their little trophy hunting. They claim this is one of them. Never heard tell of no owlbear, though, that was, psychically gifted.
Neither have I.
Weird. Wish I could tell you more. Tosses you back the vial. You need a sage or something. Maybe a wizard. You come back to the Blackstone Lodge, maybe someone who knows about it, but then again, you're about to kill about a dozen of them, so probably don't want to come back to the Blackstone Lodge anytime soon.
Who's to say it's going to be me?
Yeah, good fucking point. Anyway,
I will merely watch from the shadows as your hunt commences. I'd like to see this creature they're hunting.
Well, that makes one of us then. Anyway, we talked about what you wanted. Now it's time to talk about what I want. Because as far as I see it, this deal works out, but I could also just whistle, call them over here, and I'm pretty sure 15 against 1 isn't going to be odds. Sorry, you killed one. 14 against 1 isn't going to be odds that you walk away from. So, here's my part of the bargain. One favor. There's always some hunt that I could use some help on, and Morrigan here is a very helpful companion. Scratches the owl's head, and it kind of like does the like eye shut and lifts the wings shoulder thing.
Mm-hmm.
But never hurts to have Garou himself on the hunt. What do you say? You open for it?
That trade seems adequate.
Alright. Make sure you stash the body pretty good. If they get worried, I'll tell them just some jungle cat came by, grabbed him. Dumb fucks won't know the difference. He starts to stalk away.
I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, just make sure you're not stabbing me from behind.
Garou merely chuckles to himself.
You see that he returns back, and you want to watch for a little while, get a sense of what's going on here. They're finishing their meal, and then it looks like they're going to start readying themselves to go into the cavern.
Yeah, no, Garou will keep a safe distance out of sight from everyone except, I mean, obviously, Brogan knows I'm here, so. But for the most part, he's staying out of sight of the blackened rings.
Fantastic. Yeah, so if you'd like to, you can roll another stealth check to get closer and try to perceive, or if you want to just stay far enough away that they don't have any chance of seeing you, you can do that, but anything, you can roll a perception check at disadvantage if you're going to stay that far away.
Oh, no, he needs to keep them in line of sight, so he's going to get close, he's going to roll.
Yeah, I mean, to be clear, you can keep them in line of sight.
Yeah.
It's just that you'll be far enough away that you're not going to get any new information from them. But in the darkness, you have no fire, they have fire. You can be, a quarter mile away watching them pretty easily, and they'll have no idea you're there. It's not like they have, binoculars to look for you or anything.
Right.
So if you want to just keep an eye on them and not gain any new information, that's fine. You can do a perception disadvantage if you want, or if you want to try and get closer and watch them, that's the new active stealth check.
Yeah, he wants to just get close enough to watch them gain more information here.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and make the stealth check then.
Okay, that's better. Okay, here we go. It's not as good as what we started with, but a 17.
17 is high enough. Yeah, so they have a passive of 10, but because there's so many of them, they're granted advantage, which gives them a DC of 15 on their passive perception.
Fair enough.
So 17 is enough. You come in, and yeah, basically you can be anywhere on this cliff top here watching them. And you watch as they kind of do shifts. After about an hour, one of them goes up and gets pretty close to you, but doesn't spot you, can't find the other guard that was up here, the other member of the Blackened Rings, and you hear the conversation where Brogan comes down and was like, I don't know what to tell you, man, like, there's
Beastlands, things come crawling out of the forest.
Beastlands, like, there's there's panthers, there's tigers around here. He says, he's talking about Morgan is silent. He's like, you ever seen a giant owl? They make her look like a little munchkin. They're so big. They make off with a man in each talon. They're so big. Mm-hmm. And so that doesn't really make them feel any better, but they are not suspicious of the goings on. The other thing you notice is that the leader of the war party here the hunting party seems to be an orc. And my question is, do you recognize Raga Axfell from the past, or is this just someone that you recognize as wearing the armor, the colors of a higher ranking member of the Blackened Rings?
This is a face Garou will never forget. So yes, he recognizes Raga.
So as you come in and sit on the cliff here, the conversation about the missing guard dies down, and then out from the biggest tent emerges Raga. How do you feel when you see that it's Raga leading this war party?
Garou sort of tightens his grip on his axe as a bit of rage bubbles up behind his eyes, but he takes a quick moment to take a breath, looks up at the night sky, and then right back down at Raga.
Hell yeah. You see that Raga begins to speak a rallying cry to his troops. You watch as Brogan kind of like leans against the tree and rolls his eyes at this. But Raga is shouting out to the members of the Blackened Rings. We go forth. We bring back this quarry. We will be victorious this night. We will bathe in the blood of our prey. And when it is done, we will bring its corpse back to exalt the name Nur Ikram Hikmat Zaman. You hear weapons being drawn and cheers as this war party acknowledges their leader and patron. And you feel a slight chill at hearing the name Nur again. They form into a little squadron, Raga in the middle, the rest taking up positions, and with Brogan behind, they enter into the cave. Do you follow?
Yes. Garou waits a beat, and then scales down the cliff and follows into the cave.
You disappear into the pitch black of the Warrens, and it is there that we are going to go ahead and take our break. We'll see you back here in just a minute.
Rolling with difficulty.
Incredible worlds, daring adventures, and lots of hilarious bits await you on Join the Party, an actual play podcast. Every Tuesday, Game Master Eric Silver, or as we know him here on Rolling with Difficulty, Clancy Two Shots, and a cast of exciting characters journey through genre-bending storytelling and worlds of their own creation. You can jump in right now with their latest campaign set in a superhero high school in upstate New York using the Mask system, or if you prefer, you can also marathon their 4 completed campaigns, including a pirate story set in a world of plant and bug folk, a Monster of the Week saga set in a weird summer camp, and a modern superhero story powered by all homebrewed D&D 5e. Plus, you can get your questions about the adventures and more answered every month during After Party, their session talkback episodes. Whether you're a longtime TTRPG player or you've never touched a D20 before, you're invited to join the party. Listen now on your favorite podcast app or at jointhepartypod.com.
Rolling with difficulty.
And welcome back. When last we left our hero, Garou, you entered
Hero?
into
I don't know about that.
When last we left our protagonist, Garou, you entered the Deep Warrens, following the hunting party would be the wrong word, as Brogan would definitely not call them hunters. This war party of the Blackened Rings, led by Raga, and in search of some horrible mutant creature that you think may have a connection to your owlbear. You creep along the dark stone it would be silent if it weren't for the jangle of armor and weaponry that comes from ahead. Easy enough to follow them here in the dark. They are trying their best to be stealthy, but mercenaries they are, hunters they are not by trade. You twist and turn. Occasionally they stop and must be searching for the right way because there are numerous caves. There are different, branches here within this cave system. It's not just one straight cave. And so they must be trying to find their way. But after 20 minutes, an hour and a half creeping through this cave here, maintaining your stealth check from the last time, since you haven't broken your stealth for any reason yet. You can tell that they are beginning to quicken their pace as you creep along in the dark. By the way, do you have dark vision?
Yes. I
Bears
took
do?
the devil sight invocation.
You can see in magical darkness. That
Correct.
Is good to know. You see that you round a corner, and backing away, you see Brogan, who is separating himself from the pack with Morrigan, his owl, sitting on his shoulder, and just presses a glove to his hand. Tucks into a corner. You're going to keep following the blackened rings?
Yes. I guess, wait, so Brogan sort of held back a little bit?
Yes, he has broken away to kind of give you an opening here. Like, as they've quickened their pace, they think they found something, and at this point he's like, okay, time for me to get out of the way.
As Garou catches up to Brogan, he says, "It's best if you don't see what happens next."
Yeah, sort of thought that myself. Good luck with him, like I said. Just remember to leave a few to run squealing back.
Garou will smile as he goes back, as he starts moving back towards the mercenary party. He says, "I'll do what I can."
All right. Your stealth is still 17. Go ahead and make me... You know where they are. So go ahead and make me, I guess, a perception check.
Okay. Okay, not bad. 14.
14. You follow them through, and you come around, peek around a corner. You can see that they are... that you can now see them with their torches. They're plain within the cave. And you can see that they've kind of entered a larger cavern area with pillars kind of blocking some of the view. And they're starting to kind of like split up a little bit and creep around looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
This is when you notice, you feel, as you shuffle your feet a little, you feel it stick to the ground a bit. And you look down to see silk spider web.
Oh.
Stretched across the ground.
I hate this. Okay. All right. All right.
Let me show you. This actually might take me a moment to set up because I had no idea where any of these confrontations were going to happen. So I had to. This is actually the most maps I've ever made for a single session, I think. It might be tied. But let me.
Okay.
Can I move down here? All right, yeah. So, go ahead. If I was smart, I would have stretched this a little more. Go ahead and place yourself at the very north corner of this map, tucked around there. Perfect. Yep. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you. There are. We've got Raga in the middle, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spread the blackened ring soldiers around. There are only 7 left after you killed one of them. 3.
Makes this so much easier.
4.
I honestly wish I could have gotten like maybe 2 or 3 more, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was always the opportunity to go for more, but each one would have presented another stealth check. And after the first one, it would have been harder and harder to hide your presence.
Yeah.
Brogan could explain away 1, but having to explain away 3 or 4 missing guys would be like, ugh. That's all right. Spread out, you see that they are picking around. When you hear... You know what? Actually, surprise doesn't work the same way it does anymore. So tell me one more time, what was your perception check? It was a 14, right?
Yes, correct.
Let's go ahead and roll for them. So this creature rolled a 28 on its stealth. So we are going to enter initiative right now. No one is...
Oh, great.
No one is surprised because you all know that a combat may happen. However, this creature is hidden, which means it is going to roll initiative at advantage. And everyone else is going to roll straight.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Let me go ahead and add my initiative tracker. This should be very interesting because we have... multiple factions. We have kind of a potentially 3-way fight that could go down here. Okay. Go ahead and add 9 for you. That kind of works out because I imagine you kind of want to see what they're going to get up to first.
Yeah. I had things I wanted to do and set up, but that's okay.
Dexterity. Oh, Jesus. Rock rolls a 4. And then these fuckers roll a 9. What's your dexterity score?
12.
Oh, it's tied. We've got rollies between you and the Black and Ring soldiers. Go ahead and roll off.
14.
Just a 7, so you're gonna go before them.
Okay.
But you are not going to go before this creature. So, you watch as they all spread out their torches. This creature which... So you have... This is interesting to you. You have Devil's Sight. You see through darkness, regular and magical. This creature, until you see the ceiling here, where this creature is holding itself up, where it is sticking to the ceiling. You can see it plain as day. There is no creature there to your sight until the torchlight passes there. While this creature is in darkness, it is invisible. Even if you have any kind of dark sight, it passes over the light and you see a creature that is many-legged. First off, it's about 12 feet long. Many-legged. But the legs are not... It's got 8 legs, but the legs are not like hairy, like a spider. They're smooth, and they've got 3-fingered feet. The entire body is gray and sleek, covered in scales, and it's got a long, twisting neck that leads up to a head that looks like a hammerhead shark. It is wide, with an eye on either side, and a big jaw filled with razor teeth. And...
Okay. What the fuck, Austin? Like, okay.
We are going to move this to the token layer. And the first initiative 25 from hidden.
Okay, yeah.
The Komodo, that rolled a natural 20. The Komodo spider is going to attack the minions with the torches. So here we go. He's got a tongue and a bite. So he's going to start with the bite on this guy. From hidden, that is natural 1, but also a natural 18. So that's definitely going to hit. Let's see how many of these fuckers he can kill with one bite. Jesus Christ. I rolled so good on damage. Why can this never be against you? 15,
that's fine.
22, okay. 24, 29. 29 damage is going to kill... it's going to kill, like, fully 3 of them. You watch as this creature comes down, fully bites this guy in half, comes down on top of this one soldier. The torch drops to the ground, extinguishes. You hear no scream as the Komodo spider rips up, fully tears this dude in half, and scampers over to the other side. Here, drops down and just eviscerates with its mouth, slashing across. Both of these guys completely drop dead. And then it is going to turn its tongue to Raga, and is going to roll. It's no longer hidden. That is very low, actually. That's only a 12 to hit, which will not hit. You watch as it sticks out a long tongue at Raga, and he pulls up a shield. He is actually holding a very nice magical shield, it looks like, that deflects it, and lets out a battle cry. To arms! It's among us! And all the warriors turn. This entire attack has been completely silent. All the warriors turn and see this creature standing among them. It didn't kill all of the minions, so it is going to use its dash to move the rest of its speed as a bonus action. It's going to move back up all the way to the ceiling, full 30 feet above you guys, way out of arm's reach of any kind of melee. And that is its turn. I'm pretty sure we did the multi-attack, and yeah, that's that. Okay, Garou, your turn. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Don't like this thing.
Aw, why not?
No, it's has too many legs, and it has scales, and it's invisible in the dark. I don't like that. None of this is, and it's just me. It's just me. Okay, so, we just gotta see how easy it is to hit this guy. Okay. Garou will, can he see it at all right now?
Yeah, the torchlight means that it's not invisible. It also couldn't hide because of the torchlight. So until he kills all the minions, if he kills every minion, every torch drops and goes out. But every minion's got a torch right now that's casting the cave in enough dim light. But yeah, if he drops every minion, it'll be blackness and he will be permanently invisible.
Okay. Garou knows that I have to find out whether or not I can kill this thing on my own. Is the real issue here. There's only one way to find out, right? There's only one way. Actually, no, he doesn't care. He's okay. Garou's gonna see red here, and we're just gonna set up. We'll just set up here. I will cast. Garou will pull out powder from one of his pouches. This time it's completely black, and he will draw an X on his forehead, and then a line above each eye, closing his eyelids as he does so. And he will cast. He will speak some words in. He doesn't speak Goblin, but this is a verbal component, and he will cast Blink on himself.
Hell yeah, that's very cool. All right. Do you disappear when you cast?
At the end of my
does Blink
turn
to the ethereal plane?
It does take me to the ethereal plane. I don't know how we can reflavor this.
There is no ethereal plane in the Beastlands.
Yes.
So there is no Blink in the Beastlands. We'll have to amend that as a spell. Is there something else you'd like to do?
Okay. Well, been really cool to just slink into the shadows.
Maybe I'm being silly.
But that's
here.
fine.
That's
fine. No,
I don't see
a hard rule.
Well, I don't want to take a spell away from you because of a lore thing. Perhaps there's a way we could just. Yeah, on the one. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm actually gonna have to actively think about that. I hadn't realized this this contradiction that we had here, this conundrum. So. Yeah. In the meantime, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yes.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and say that you're blinking for this combat. Since you have that spell, let's go ahead and say that you're blinking in and out, and then we can change the spell out in the future as needed. But I'd rather take something away later than take it away now and give it back. So, cool. Go ahead and you cast blink, and you are moving in and out of the kind of like a shadowy, invisible. Let's see, what would be the ethereal? I guess it'd be kind of like the astral sea. So you're kind of moving half in and out of the astral sea here. You're not floating in water, but as you move out, as you blink out, everything around you is cast in starry quietness. There's that, that astral sea star brightness around you, and also that like faint humming as you come out into the border plane between.
Cool. The reason why I take this spell because it's non-concentration, it lasts a minute, so therefore, I can rage.
Yes.
When I do this, so Garou will take in sort of this night skies and remind himself of this moment of peace, and then he will summon from deep within him this well of rage, and I will this time, instead of the claws, a large wolf-like tail will sprout out from behind him.
Okay, sounds very rad. And I believe the new barbarian rules say that on your turn, if you are going to lose rage, you can use a bonus action to keep your rage up instead.
Correct.
So yeah, you don't have to worry about losing it if you're trapped in the ethereal. Very, very cool. All right, you blink out and go into that rage. That is going to be Raga's turn.
I will use my movement though to get behind the creature though. I still have
okay, sure. My mistake.
So
I actually deleted.
here.
I shouldn't have done it. I deleted the minion that had the turn, so I got the minions back. The minions go now. And I made another mistake about the minions, which is that when they die, they deal 1 piercing damage to whoever was in 5 feet of them. They get 1 last death blow with their relentless minion ability. So don't worry, they've done 3 damage to this guy.
Oh, yay, great.
And now they're going to do more. They're going to move a little closer. Here. And they are going to shoot their crossbows. They get a bonus to hit equal to...
Oh, wait, Austin. So, wait, for Blink, I have to roll the d6 at the end of my turn. And on a 4 or a 6, I vanish.
Okay. So go ahead, roll.
Okay, I got it. I got a 5.
Sweet. Poof, you're out of there. These guys are going to roll. They are going to hit, which is going to be 1 damage per minion. So an additional 4 piercing damage to this creature. Thump, 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 thump. Little arrows go, little bolts go into this creature's body, and it seems completely unfazed by 4 damage. Now it is going to be Raga's turn. Cowards! Attack it! Don't fight from the distance! He's gonna run up and then see that he's way too far down to actually slash at it. He's not super smart. And pull out his own crossbow. 3 repeating crossbow attacks he can make. Only a 13 to hit on the low one is gonna miss, but the other 2 are definitely gonna hit, so we got 2 hits here. And he pulls out just this giant crossbow. It deals 1d12 damage. And that is going to be... that's going to be 10 damage total. He didn't roll super great. However, the Komodo spider's speed is reduced by 20 feet. 10 feet for each bolt that it was stuck in. And you see that he expertly aligns. Thump, thump. It's got a chamber, so he doesn't have to reload, and like fucking Van Helsing style. And he shoots it in joints by its legs, trying to weaken it. And indeed, you hear it hisses, and it's slowed. All right, that is going to bring us to the end of the round of combat. And the Komodo spider is going to come down. He's got 40 feet, so that's literally all the movement he's got. So he's going to be able to get into melee. He is going to bite. It's going to bite. And, yep, that's going to hit our Commander Raga here. You watch... can you see what's going on from where you are? It's kind of like Frodo with the ring. You can kind of see, like...
Yes.
Faintly what's happening, right?
I can see.
All right. 13, 16, 19 plus 5 is 24 piercing damage. You see as he bites into Raga, takes 24 piercing damage. It's really hefty. And you can also see a sickly green venom coming from this thing's mouth. It's like dripping down the fangs. He has to make a con save, which he rolls a natural 2 on. He contracts boiling wastes disease. Until this disease is cured, he cannot regain hit points, and the Komodo spider... Well, I guess we'll find out what else the Komodo spider can do.
Okay, I don't like this thing.
Then it's going to use its tongue on one of the minions. It's actually got a huge reach on this tongue. 15 is going to hit. They can see it, so it's not double damage. It's just 6, 11, 16 damage. So that is another 2 dead. You watch as it sticks its tongue out, grabs one, and whips it into another. There are only 2 torches left lighting up this room, just completely decimating these ground troops here. It has no more movement. No, it does have its bonus action. Well, if it disengages, it's going to... Or if it doesn't disengage, it's going to take an opportunity attack, which is a 1-2. It's got no more movement. It had to use all 40 feet. You know what? It's not too worried. It's clearly winning this fight, so it's not upset. I will say that it ends its turn and passes it to you, Garou.
Okay. When I appear, I can choose to appear within 10 feet of the place that I left.
Okay.
So I will appear here. Just within the sort of line of sight of Raga here. And with battle axe in 2 hands, I will focus first on the Komodo spider here, just to see what we're getting ourselves into here. To attacks at advantage, because it's always reckless, baby. Let's go.
It's always reckless.
That's 12s on both. 19 to hit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the first, and then second hit will be 19 again.
Yeah.
4 dice and 3 12s is kind of insane. Okay, here we go. D10 plus 7 here. That includes the rage bonus. 15 for the first hit.
Okay, pretty hefty.
14 for the second hit.
Okay, yeah. I mean, almost 29 points of damage is nothing to sneeze at.
Yes. And then what topple here? 12. Yeah. I need a DC 16 con save.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to try to
knock it down.
Yes.
Whoops. There goes the dice. I don't know if you can hear it on my mic. We'll roll a different one. That is a 9 plus 7 is 16 exactly.
Okay. Saves.
You go to knock it down. It's just got too many legs for you to easily knock prone, sadly.
Okay, yeah.
All right. That's 2 attacks. Do you have any bonus action?
Don't have any bonus actions except to maintain my rage, right?
Well, you hit, so you're good. You attack.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. Yes. Then yeah, we'll go to end step here. I'll roll my d6. We're
so magic filled. I'll proceed to end step.
Yeah. That's I need a 4 or 5. I rolled a 3, so I stay on this plane.
You feel your body shudder a little, and then you don't go anywhere. The Komodo spider looks at you. Okay. These black and ring soldiers are going to attack. Miss. Ping, ping. It's now Raga's turn. Raga is going to sees you appear, and then sees the Komodo spider and how badly this is going. Would Raga recognize you, do you think?
That's up to you, I think.
I think he doesn't, but he sees a terrifying vision of rage as a bugbear, a monstrous bugbear, appears out of thin air and begins to attack this thing. This whole fight is going badly as it is. He is going to just boogie, woogie, woogie. He's going to go... let me double check here. Oh, he can actually, he's going to use his reaction first. When those guys miss, he can use on the house to cause them to re-roll. Oh, that will hit. Okay. They will deal 2 piercing damage to the Komodo spider. Then, on his turn... Fails at saving throw. Man, you have to read these fucking stat blocks beforehand, Austin. He uses, Oh, no, it's fine. That wouldn't apply. Never mind. I thought it was dumb, but I was smart. Don't let me win, though. He is going to... He's just got to run. Does he disengage is the question. I think that he's going to take the potential hit. He's going to run and take the opportunity attack from the arachnid lizard.
When Raga runs, Garou will speak up and he says, "Coward, is this not what you came here to fight?"
Not this, a devil. And then I feel like that might be misleading because devils are a real thing. He's saying like, I didn't expect to face something this horrible. Not this, it's a devil, a demon, no beast. And then he is going to just run. He'll take the attack, and he's going to get hit, which means he's going to take a lot of damage right now. Yeah, this bite is no good. That's a D4, not a D8. That's half the thing that it would do. 18 damage to him. Not too bad. Pretty good, some would say. Whew. And then that was 30, and then he's going to go the rest of the way. 10, 15, 20, 25. He's off the map here, escaping not the way you came in, but further into the cavern.
Fool.
As he runs, you watch as the Komodo spider tracks him with his head. Being poisoned by this creature's venom means that he can see where you... he can follow you where you're going. He knows what direction you're in.
Oh, that's bad.
It is. All right. He's going to... What's he gonna do? Yeah, he's gonna attack. He's pretty sure that he can take you guys out. He will use... Yep, he's going to use Bite on these guys. So he'll move... what's the range on his Bite? Reach 5 feet. Does he provoke attack opportunity from you if he moves? Of course he does.
He won't have a 10-foot reach.
He won't? Okay, cool. So he'll move 5, and then he's going to bite this fucker. Ooh, that's bad. But I think it's going to be good enough anyway. 8, that's a 13, and these guys have an AC of 13 exactly. All right, yeah, he's going to be able to deal enough damage, I'm pretty sure, to kill. If he deals 14 damage, he kills both of these guys. 11, 14, yep. Okay, you watch as he bites both of those and kills them. The room drops to shadow. Oh, did we roll to see if you move to the ethereal?
I did. I'm not in the ethereal.
Okay. And then he's going to turn to you. and he is going to use his tongue. Now, he is invisible because the last of the torches hit the ground and the light went out.
Yeah, I was hoping he wouldn't be when this happened. Okay.
He is going to roll at advantage.
Okay.
With his tongue. That is a natural 18 to hit. So it's gonna.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Because he is in darkness. If the target cannot see the arachnid lizard, instead of 3d6, he rolls 6d6.
Okay.
Okay, that's 10 plus 8 is 18 plus 5 is 23 points of bludgeoning damage, down to 11.
Well, 11. Okay.
And you are pulled right up close to him.
That. I'm okay with that.
As the sticky tongue kind of grabs you and pulls you in. Okay. Yeah, Raga ran away after the minions. Raga just keeps
immediately
running,
after I take that
Komodo.
damage, though.
Mm-hmm. It's about to be your turn, but yeah, if you have a reaction.
Will use my reaction to cast Misty Step, Misty Escape from my Warlock patron here.
Hell yeah.
I will bamf to the other side of the creature. And I will become invisible until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Well, it is the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Do we roll to see if you go into the ethereal plane?
The roll for the ethereal plane
that's the end of
happens
your
at
turn.
end.
Yeah,
of
I don't
my
know
turn,
why
yes.
I keep mixing that up.
It's fine.
Okay. Well, the Komodo spider ends its turn, which brings us to you. We're going to go ahead and delete Raga because he's just running currently.
Okay.
And it is your turn. You come back from being invisible, right?
I become invisible until I make an attack roll, deal damage, or
Okay.
cast a spell. So we're both invisible right now.
Yes, which means it will cancel out. So he hasn't hidden. So you still know where he is.
Yes.
But he is invisible, which means that you have disadvantage, but you're invisible to him, which means... let me double check, make sure he doesn't have blind sight, actually. He does have blind sight.
Okay.
So this is going to be a disadvantage roll against him, unless you would like to make it reckless.
Yeah, we'll make it reckless. I don't like any of this here. How's he looking?
He's a little above half.
This is winnable. Okay. Yeah. Reckless. Fuck it. Let's do this. Cool. That's a 19 and 17. So a total of 24 here.
Yep.
For the first hit. And then
both straight attacks.
Miss for the second hit is going to be a 17.
Oh, sorry. Did you make this reckless or no?
Yes.
Oh, so then the attacks are straight. So.
Oh.
What were your first two dice rolls?
Yeah, the 17 and 19. So they would both
17
hit.
and 19. Yeah, those will both hit.
Okay, yeah. That's great. So this is gonna be 13 slashing for the first, and math. 15 slashing for the second hit.
Okay. He's looking pretty hurt. Do you have anything that you do on your turn?
Nope. All my fun stuff are reactions I can do.
Okay.
On other people's turns.
Well, let's see if you phase out of the material plane here, or out of the Beastlands here.
Yes, let's hear. Okay, let's see. No, I rolled another 2. I'm still here. This might hurt.
You feel yourself shudder and stay here. It turns its gaze on you, and it is going to reach into your mind. Garou, please make a wisdom saving throw.
No. Okay, this is really bad. I don't think I could succeed this at all. This is a 9.
Total of 9?
Yes.
He is using the psionic ability Reminisce. I'm sorry. Please make this roll with advantage because you are fighting it.
Oh, okay. It won't matter. It will not matter. Oh, wait, it might. I rolled a natural 19. 18?
Oh, hold on. Let me look up. I have to because I created this I partially created this monster. I have to physically look up what its what do you call it is. It's proficiency. It's DC. Give me a sec. It's got a 8 plus 8 is 16. It's got a 16. Yeah. So that's a 19 for you. An 18 for you.
Yeah. No way.
Okay. You feel it reach into your mind. For a brief moment, the target believes that a friend or loved one has approached them and wishes to speak. Who is it that you see in front of your face instead of the Komodo spider for a brief moment before your rage brings you back to reality?
It would be one of the hunting elders that he used to go on hunting trips with back on the material plane. And Garou immediately snaps back and says, "No, you're gone. You're long, long gone."
You hear a hiss from this creature as it realizes its psionic ability has not worked. It's going to use its bonus action to disengage and is going to run 60 feet at speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It is going to disappear from the map. We are going to end the combat and go into a chase sequence. If you would like to give chase, Garou.
Yeah. I will definitely give chase. One tiny little thing. It should have taken 3 poison damage from my Cloak of Flies.
Good catch. I will go ahead and deal that damage to it.
And then the other thing is I couldn't have been able to use that Misty Step because I was raging. So it ultimately didn't particularly matter.
It actually didn't matter. Good catch, though.
Yeah.
It actually didn't matter because it could still see you and you weren't grappled or restrained or anything. It just, the tongue pulls you in like a chameleon.
I can do 3 of those for free, so I don't mind losing that resource. It's okay. I will immediately give chase. Yes.
Okay. You barrel down after it, hearing it skittering as it runs. You give chase through the darkness that you can see through clearly, although never quite certain if it is standing right in front of you. As it actually could have, it doesn't matter, could have dashed because technically you couldn't see it, which means you couldn't have done an attack of opportunity, but that's okay. It got off the map anyway.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Never certain if you're getting closer to it or not, other than what you can hear, faint skittering because of how it is invisible in the darkness. You follow through, and as you do, the cave begins to tighten. Get tighter and tighter. You see that the slope begins to go up until you're no longer running, but crawling and then climbing hand over hand. You see the splatters of blood that must be Raga's from where he has crawled over here. You see the bits of spider silk and blood from this own creature, purplish and viscous, that have been left behind by this nightmarish creature. And you climb up and through, hand over hand, squeezing through the crevice. It's a tight spit. It's a tight spit. It's a tight fit, but you've been in tight spaces before.
Yes, I am a bugbear, so I can fit into size small spaces without losing without penalty, essentially.
Fantastic. You continue crawling up and through. In fact, actually, I like that so much. We're gonna give you a little bonus in just a moment for that.
I will drop my rage though. If I'm going to give chase here, I'm going to need.
Yeah, it'll end because this is gonna be. We're gonna enter into a little sequence here, but you follow the trail, you follow the scent, and then you start to feel it. Heat, hotter than you've been in a long time. You start to feel the moisture kind of building up beneath your fur coat, and as you finally stick one arm out of a crevice into open air, pull yourself out. As you emerge, even though you are still deep underground, you can swear it seems perhaps a little bit brighter. The stone is no longer a black obsidian, but a warm orange beige sandstone.
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourself standing in a new cavern. We are going to enter a skill challenge, Garou. You must, you know the deal, must succeed on a certain amount of successes before you hit 3 failures.
Okay.
The conditions for this dictate not just you catching up to the people you're trying to catch up to, but who you run into first, or indeed, if you are being hunted. Now, because of your speed getting through with your bugbear trait, your first roll, whatever you'd like to do for this skill challenge, I'm going to give you advantage on. Basically, This way of saying, like, the trail has not gone cold. Even though this was a tight fit, you are very adept at making through those spaces, so you are right there, right on their heels. And so I'm going to give you advantage on this first skill challenge check. So, what would Garou like to do to try to... so a couple things going on. You want to follow,
Yes.
You want to follow Raga. Perhaps you want to follow the Komodo spider, but you also probably want to stay hidden from the Komodo spider. So there's lots of different ways you can kind of like go about this skill challenge. Don't forget, you can use skills, but you can also use class features or spells,
Right.
To potentially auto succeed, or just give yourself a bonus on a check if they're appropriate. So, what would you like to do?
Garou's mindset for this chase is, if I find Raga, I find the Komodo spider, and he
Very cool.
kind of wants both. So he's not particularly being all that stealthy. So his goal here is he wants to find Raga to bait out the Komodo dragon and dispatch the both of them.
I love it. Right.
So we'll just do a survival check here. To track down Raga.
Go ahead and make a check at advantage because, like I said, you're right behind. I'm just going to use his passive stealth score as a DC, and he's not taking great care to hide himself because of the dripping blood. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. I did not roll all that well. I rolled a 14.
Even at advantage?
Yep. Is that enough?
Fortunately, that is enough. That is a success. Okay. So you get your first success picking up the trail, following him. You feel, even down here, a hot breeze blowing through these tunnels. What would you like to do next?
Okay. I have the... How can I see him? How far away is Raga?
No, you can't see him right now. You're kind of chasing through this labyrinth. Part of the problem is, like, you may be fast, but there's many turns here, just like there were before. So you're trying not to go down a wrong turn.
Okay. I think we need to adapt to the terrain here. I will cast Spider Climb on myself. And instead of traversing along the ground here, the walls and or ceiling might be a lot faster.
I think that is reasonable. You kind of come to a crevice that would take either careful climbing around or perhaps a daring leap. You classed Spider Climb. I'm going to give you an automatic success on that spell there. And just... I don't know why you whistle as you run. Be more like... as you run along the wall there. And make it across this difficult gap.
Yeah, it's more of like...
2 successes, no failures.
Yeah, it's more of you see him, he starts running on 2 legs. He casts the spell on himself. He lets out a very low growl as he extends his rough nails and claws, gets down on 4, and jumps from the floor to a wall to the ceiling, and then continues on all 4s.
It's fucking badass. Awesome.
Okay. We need another thing to help close this gap here.
There's always a stealth check to try to get past the Komodo spider if you want an easy one, or a perception to try to keep an eye out for the Komodo spider. here as well. Those are easy things that come to, basic ideas that come to my mind, but also
Right.
if you want to be more creative.
There is the trail of his venom.
His own blood, because you've wounded him. With
Okay.
the great axe. So.
Ooh. I low-key want the venom though. Is there any?
Yeah. Do you want to make like a some sort of check to find the venom?
Yes, I want to find the venom and slather it on myself, marking myself as an additional target. He's not trying to hide from this thing. He's hunting it down.
Okay. I like it.
Garou doesn't get hunted. He hunts things down.
Okay. Fantastic. I'm gonna say make whatever check it is, it's gonna be at advantage because that's awesome. I still want to put this behind a dice roll though. Is it in? I mean, I'm torn between nature and intimidation because I think that's kind of cool.
There's nobody around to intimidate. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I would love to roll intimidation here. Another option would be medicine. For me to do it carefully in a way.
Yeah, actually, I think that's a great idea, Wally. So go ahead and roll medicine, but roll it at advantage because that idea is really cool.
Good thing I rolled that advantage here. That was a nat 1 on the other dice. But a 16 down to 15 on.
15 is exactly the DC.
Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah, so that's 3 successes. Okay, 3 successes, no failures. You're not sure how close you're getting. You're getting there, though.
Okay.
You take up a bit of this green venom and smear it on your coat. You can feel a bit of the burn from this thing, and you can see a bit of the boils that form on your skin. But it's not inside you, or you're not really sick with it.
I thought this was a hunt. How dare you run from the Bloodied Mask? Okay.
You swear that as you run by in the pool of blood, you see 2 glowing red eyes watch you run past.
Okay, one more thing here. I don't know what else we can do, mostly because I'm out of spells. Actually, we will. What is this? And I need 1 minute to do that. That sucks. Okay.
What's the spell?
No, I can use 1 minute to recover a pact magic slot, and then I was going to cast jump on myself to make it so that I can cross any more gaps, but I've kind of already done that. Would you allow me? I need more speed. I don't have things to go fast. I do have free Misty Steps, actually. I have a 40%. I have a 40%. I have a 40-foot movement speed, and I'm already on walls and ceilings. And if I want to push that, I can start using some of these free Misty Steps that I have to close the gap.
Okay, I will say this is going to be, we'll call this giving chase. We'll call it acrobatics, right? Trying to use this correctly.
Athletics.
Here's the deal. It's not athletics, it's acrobatics, but here's the deal. If you spend 1 Misty Step, you can roll acrobatics to try to catch up. It won't be a high DC, right? Misty Step is very useful. If you spend 2 Misty Steps, no roll, you succeed.
I'll use 2.
Okay, 2 Misty Steps.
That is all my free Misty Steps. Let's go.
You are at 4 successes. Now, I had marked this as a 5 success skill challenge. But the reason I did was 5 successes with no failures, which is what you could potentially hit. You would escape the Komodo spider entirely and catch Raga. However, you've made it clear to me that you do not want to escape the Komodo spider. For this reason, it would not make any sense for me to ask for that to be the reward. So instead, I'm going to call this a 4 victory skill challenge.
Okay.
And let you finish this. As you pin the creature, as you... Actually, I'm going to let you decide where you are. I'm going to show you the scene, and you're going to decide where you are.
Okay.
So, emerging from the cave, you see for the first time in however long you have been in Karasuthra, you see sunlight. And you emerge. You see, or rather, before you emerge, you see an entrance to a cave and a beautiful oasis in the middle of sprawling desert. I'm going to go ahead and drag. Raga is standing here, attempting to escape. The Komodo spider is standing underneath this overhang here, keeping to the shadows. My question for you is, Garou, are you waiting for them as they emerge, being pursued? Are you between them, having pursued Raga but convinced the Komodo spider to chase you? Or are you coming up behind the Komodo spider, prepared to ambush both? What is the scenario that I'm about to describe here?
Garou is going to make the decision to sort of step in between the two. He will run past the Komodo spider.
Well, it's remember, this is all setting up at the same time, so you could put yourself between them and kind of like all emerge together rather than run past it.
Yeah. So
all right,
he will set himself up between the two.
You get behind Raga and chase him out into the sun, coming out of a passage he didn't even realize it was there, a shortcut you were able to get to with your misty steps, spanning gaps and ledges. You cross out just steps behind him as he stumbles down, his ankles, his feet going into the water up to his ankles here, and then you hear the slithering from behind you as the Komodo spider comes up to the very edge of the shadow, but no further. What do you say?
I would prefer if this ended in a little more bloodshed. He'll turn to Raga and say, "You fall under Nur's command."
What do you know of Nur?
He owes me a debt that can only be paid in blood.
His greatness owes no one anything. If there's blood to be paid, it will be yours. You guys hear the slithering now as the Komodo spider walks up, and you see Raga's face, already pale from the exertion, drain of color completely.
That's a lot of talk from a coward. And I would like to Thorn Whip Raga and pull him in close.
We are going to enter initiative here as you guys all get into your spots. Go ahead, we're going to all roll.
Okay.
This is for him, and then this.
Ooh, nice. Raga. There we go. Okay. That's a 15.
Oh, yeah, I think you're going to be both of them. He's only coming in at 11. Raga's coming in at 11. And then a really good bonus on the Komodo spider, but he rolled so badly, it's not going to matter. He's only got an 8. And then you said you have 15?
Yes.
Okay. So, exactly as you want. Initiative is yours. What would you like to do?
Does the Thorn Whip go... Does that happen before initiative, or do I have to do that?
Nope, this is start of initiative.
Okay.
Everyone was there was kind of a moment of a
gotcha.
Mexican standoff.
Sure. Then Thorn Whip will go through here. It says an attack roll.
I have to get the right hit points. They have full hit points because I had to create new monsters. I was like, that's not where they are.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, that's better. Go ahead and roll.
Natural 19 on this Thorn Whip here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So it will hit. I will pull Raga 15 feet closer to me. And this is going to
what's the damage?
5d6 here. Okay, not bad. 9, 14, piercing.
Do you get extra because, or is that only if you're hidden?
That's with the, yeah.
Okay.
That's
cool.
everything.
14 piercing damage. Pretty good. You and pull him in, comes out of the water, stumbling across stones as he's pulled up by your vines.
And then as a bonus action here, I will rage. This time,
Probably a good idea.
The claws come out. So he pulls him in. The axe has been on his back the entire time. He has not put it back into his hands. He pulls him in close, and then as Raga approaches, a swarm of flies, and he showered, so he doesn't smell as bad as he usually does. Comes in, but his mouth froths, his nails grow to 5 inches and sharp, dirty and ragged. He says, "Like I said, he owes me in blood."
As you say, a recognition in Raga's eyes. They go wide. He says, "It's you." Okay. What is he gonna do? Let's see. He's gonna pull his own mace. And he says, "Not me! Not me too!" And he's going to attack you twice.
All right, AC 15.
That is 1 miss and 1 hit.
Okay.
That is going to be... I rolled minimum damage. 5 bludgeoning down to 2.
Okay.
However, you are dazed until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
This means you can only use an action, a bonus action, or a movement.
Ooh.
You have to pick one on your
Okay.
turn. As he strikes out, kung, on your jaw. It's not hard. It's not too hard. Your, constitution helps you through the pain, but you can feel your skull ringing from this. Now it's the Komodo spider's turn. He is going to... Yeah, he's going to use tongue on you. It is dim light, so even though he's not standing in the sunlight, he is not hidden. There's not going to be advantage on this. It's just going to be one roll.
Is it 20-foot reach on the tongue?
He does have a 20-foot reach on the tongue.
Okay.
That is going to be a 17 to hit you.
17 will hit.
Okay. That's the lower damage because he's not hidden. 9. That's 14 down to 7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And you are pulled 15 feet towards him.
Oh,
1,
so
2,
okay.
3.
His funeral.
Yeah, more or less. Then he's going to make a bite.
Okay.
Also straight. That is only a 13 to hit.
Oh, nice.
Because, yeah, you did not reckless.
Correct.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check really quick, just for free.
Sure. Not great. It's a 9.
Okay. We're going to continue on then. That is the end of his turn, and it is your turn.
How is Raga looking? I know he didn't take a...
Raga is looking much better than the Komodo spider. Now, neither of them are doing great. They're both... Raga's under half, and the Komodo spider is under a quarter.
Okay.
But, yeah, neither of them are awesome.
Okay. He says, this is... I don't want Raga to run is the problem. I don't want Raga to run. I'll take the attack of opportunity and approach Raga again. He says, "I'll be with you in a moment."
Okay, so the Komodo spider's gonna try to bite you.
Okay.
That one, I think, is gonna hit with a 21.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
That is 12, 13, 14, 17, down to 8 piercing.
Okay.
And I need you to make a DC 16 con save.
Okay. I'm good at those. 12 plus 8, 20.
That will save.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna and I'll point out, even though you don't have it yet, you contract boiling waste disease. Until the disease is cured, the target can't regain hit points.
That's bad.
It does not say the poison goes away on arrest.
Okay. That's
You are currently still alive, but yeah.
okay.
All right.
Well, I've only taken like 30 points of damage, so
Yeah, I was gonna
not
say
too
you
worried.
must be like, are you still in triple digits?
I'm still in triple digits. I'm fine.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Well, that's the opportunity attack, which means that you've got some nonsense to do. What you gonna do?
Cool. This is gonna be 3 claw attacks here on Nur at advantage because
And
it's
is it
gonna be
reckless?
reckless. He's just
Of
going
course,
to
it's
start.
gonna be reckless.
He's going to start like scratching at his armor, pulling parts of it off of him. So first one at advantage is a 13 plus 8, 21. Second one is a 20. Third one is no crits. Okay, 23.
Yeah, you know they're all hits.
Yeah. So this is gonna be 66 plus 18. 24 points of slashing damage.
Jesus. Yeah, he
25.
is on,
25. Sorry.
Okay,
math.
he's on death's door.
That is all I got. That's all I got.
Raga is.
Start of his turn, he
Ultimately-
takes 3
He takes 3. Oh,
poison
he's bad,
damage.
and he is ultimately a coward. He's gonna disengage, and he's gonna run. He's got
Oh my god.
He's got no dash or anything, so that's gonna be his whole thing. All right, that will end his turn. Let me see. Nope. He's all about being a commander. Okay, here we go. Komodo Spider's turn. I'm gonna roll this in front of you because
Okay.
if he can't hit you with the tongue, he's kind of screwed. Let's see. He rolls with a +8 to this tongue.
Mhm.
If it hits, he's gonna pull you in and get the bite. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Okay. Then
That's
Garou, you're gonna make a choice here because
huge.
seeing that it missed you, it is going to run into the cave.
See, there are cowards
It is-
about today.
It is very fast. If you don't pursue it now,
Yeah.
it's going to get away. Raga is slower. You might be able to find Raga again, but you risk it's a mite, right?
Right.
The Komodo spider, if you don't go after it now, and by the way, if you can catch it, you're gonna kill it. Whoever you go after here is done. But as your turn comes up, Garou, you have a choice to make. Which quarry will you pursue?
He will turn to. He did promise. He's going to keep his promise to Brogan, and he will let Raga get away. They're the only one left. Garu's going to turn to Raga and say, "Tell Nur I'm coming. That is the only kindness I will give you."
You see stumble and fall, and panicked, says nothing, just begins to run off into the desert.
And
You're
yeah,
gonna go after the Komodo spider?
yeah. Action. 40-foot movement. Into the cave. He was already 60. He was 20 feet away, so he's 80 feet away now.
No, it's okay. It's we're entering into sort of theater of the mind here.
Yeah.
The challenge was which one are you gonna go after?
Yeah. Either way.
And I mean, you still have a chance to potentially track down Raga.
Yes.
But you go after it. The question is, can you deal enough damage? So, you want to go ahead and roll to hit against the Komodo spider?
Yes. Reckless, baby.
All right. You bear down. You see it skittering away, but all fours and come down at it.
Yeah. First hit will hit. Second hit
Okay.
will hit with a 24. Even better, 25. So it was a 23, 24, 25. So
yep, every single one is a hit.
66
all right, roll damage.
plus. I rolled the exact same thing. Plus 9. 25 again.
Finish it.
Yeah. So Garou rips off each individual leg with his claws, and then as it's screaming, he puts them right back into its body.
Fucked up, man. Yeah, it has no bones to speak of, just an exoskeleton, but even so, it's sharp as you rip it and then stab it back in. It lets out a horrifying death rattle, and then thud falls to the ground, the gleaming green poison still coating its teeth. What would you like to do?
He will loot the body. A couple things in terms of what Garou will be doing over the next couple of minutes or so. He would like to first loot the body, look through the creature, see if anything is salvageable. Once again, he got hit with some psychic nonsense, so he's gonna go straight for the brain first. After that, he would like to go back down the cave. It might take a bit of a while. He needs to go find Brogan again. And when he does, the conversation will be about, because clearly he's made it to up a layer.
He's made it up 2 layers, yeah.
He's made it up 2 layers. So he's going to, the conversation will be about where to go from here.
Wow. Go ahead and make your harvesting, so it's a nature check.
Okay. Nature, I'm so bad at these.
You get the proficiency from your herbalism kit.
Right. I'm going to use another use of my talisman here to bump this up to a 15.
Okay. 15 is not going to be enough to harvest this brain.
Okay.
You can retrieve a sample if you'd like for posterity, but a usable, castable component piece.
That's perfectly fine.
So yeah, you can get whatever you want from this thing, but
right.
A usable magical item is what the DC is all about.
Somehow he does a sloppier job than with it's a bigger brain, but he does a sloppier job.
It's a more complicated brain.
Okay.
It's more psionically poisoned. You see, even you with your like limited knowledge, you're still familiar with beasts. This creature is even more so than the owlbear, is a bizarre amalgamation. Like an owlbear, there's an owl head and a bear body and owl wings. This creature is like, it's less cut and paste and more like 2 pieces of clay that have been put together and, yellow and blue clay, like put together and mixed until they were yellow and blue and green and pulled and stretched.
Yeah.
This thing is far more unnatural than even an owlbear. And yeah, as you try to toy with the brain, it's kind of misshapen and has like what you could only imagine is part reptile, part arachnid.
Oh, yeah.
Going on in there.
Garou,
as you do,
uses his claws and hands here, with occasionally going back into the herbalism kit, seeing what he can use there to wipe off some of the weird acids biting at his fur and skin. But eventually he gets a little impatient and he starts ripping at it with his teeth, until his whole like a good 3/5 of his fur is just covered in viscera. And then he steps away from the corpse with a decent sized chunk of the brain. He's like, good enough.
You see that the body twitches and the strange blood that this thing has begins to pour from the orifices, the sign of Malar taking control of this creature you have killed. And it snaps its now broken neck towards you. The head's like completely twisted around. And you hear Malar says, good enough indeed. You do well here. A beauty to see the blood glinting in the sunlight for a change, don't you think?
Blood and viscera is all the same.
To you, maybe. To me, each tastes unique. Some sweet like a candy, others rich like a fine wine. You see the tongue does the licking thing again that the owlbear tongue did.
As long as you get your sick pleasure out of this and not bother me with any more of these creatures, I will be fine. However, they must be coming from somewhere.
They are. I smell more on the wind here. Yes. Some in the deepest darkness of the Beastlands, but here more, many more. I can taste them. I long to feel their flesh between my teeth, beneath my claws. Find them, hunt them down.
I shall. Just to keep the sanctuary that is the Beastlands, my Beastlands, clean of their filth. And he spits out some of the blood and viscera that got into his mouth. It's not as sweet as you'd think.
Oh, to each their own, I suppose. Now hurry along. They will not wait for you to grow in strength.
Good. This one was not nearly as challenge as I thought it would be.
You see that the body goes limp again as Malar ends his possession.
Garou takes a moment and stares down at the corpse, and he looks at his hands. And he has a moment to think of his relationship with this deity. He says it's useful, and he thinks to himself, useful for now. But man, does this guy give me the creeps.
All right.
And then
what would you like to do?
He's going to... He remembers the path. Would he be able to trace the path back?
I'm going to call that a survival check to try to find your way back.
Okay.
Let's call it a DC. You're moving pretty fast, but there's a lot of trail, so we're going to cancel that out.
Yeah.
Call it a DC 16 survival check.
Okay. This we can do.
Yeah, I know you're bad at wisdom, but you're not terrible at survival.
Yeah. We're going to have to bump this, though. I only rolled a 14 here. I will use the last use of my talisman for the day. I just need an extra 2 on this. And I rolled exactly 2. Perfect.
Okay. Before you go, you kind of stand here in the mouth of the cave and look out. When was the last time you were in a desert?
This was, he takes one look at the desert and he remembers the long march out of the deserts of Kalimshan. And then he does the best to stuff that memory back deep within his psyche.
You push back the memory from another life and another world. And as you do, you notice that there's a glint of metal at the edge of this oasis.
Clamber over and see what's going on here.
You see that the shield that Raga had been holding is here, emblazoned with that logo.
I don't keep trophies from those I have not killed, but smart enough to understand when things are useful.
Perhaps a promise of a kill to be made.
Perhaps. And Garou will take a moment to wash some of the viscera off of his body in the oasis. And then once he steps out, picks the shield up, holds it in his hand.
Fantastic. I know that you rolled high enough to get back on your survival here.
Mhm.
I would like you to make me one, before you go back to the cave, make me a perception check.
Okay. Okay, that's finally a good roll with my fucking wisdom here. That's going to be a 21.
Okay. On a 21, you head back. You turn, you pick up the shield, you bring it to the oasis, you go to rub it. And as you turn your body to look at the cave entrance, you spot a man standing at the top of the cave, the ledge overlooking. You see a man who is dressed in kind of white, loose-fitting clothes for the desert.
Mhm.
You see that he is wearing kind of a pointed hat. It's almost like it's almost tricorn, but it's not like a colonial hat. It's more like it's almost Robin Hood-y. Like it's
Okay, yeah.
It's leather and it's been kind of pulled into corners, but it's it's very misshapen. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make here. It's a very haphazard kind of misshapen leather hat. Over those clothes, he's wearing what looks like a vest made of beads, and you see black and red beads that hang down over it. And he's wearing like sand goggles. He's wearing glasses that have little slits cut in them to try to prevent too much of the sunlight from getting through.
Yeah.
And as you glance at him, you see his tongue comes out and he licks the lens on the glass that he's wearing.
Everybody's got
And
freak tongues.
as you do this, he's standing in front of the sun and you spot him. And then as you kind of like stand your body up, the sunlight moves behind him. And when you're fully stood, he's gone. He just vanishes into the sunlight.
Perverts watching me bathe. I hate this place.
Fantastic. You make your way back through the cave, pick your way back through the cavern, a tight squeeze, and then back into the cool of the warrens, back into the darkness of Karasuthra. You find waiting outside at the camp, the tent's still standing, the fire died down, but he's roasting must have been a freshly caught rabbit that his owl caught. You see that Brogan is there, making himself a meal, stoking the fires with a stick. Looks up, says, "Took you damn long enough."
The creature inside proved to be too much for your clients.
Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna say that.
Kept my deal, though. One lived.
Where is he?
I imagine running back to Nur. It was Raga, so a rather important one. And then he shows off Raga's shield.
Oh, perfect. So, the one that has the most clout survived to tell of how I was nowhere near the battle, and then some bugbear jumped out of the darkness and killed them all? Perfect. If I don't bring them back, it doesn't mean anything. He stands up now. He's taller than you, and not as wide, but still an imposing figure. And he says, "Listen, the Lodge doesn't give a shit. I'm not worried about my standing with them, but these folk pay good. The fact that I'm bringing back none of them, exactly 0 of them, means they're not going to trust me to be a guide anymore. That's a lot of sweet gold I'm going to miss out on, because of you. Because of the fact you can't keep your claws to yourself." He gets up close. He says, "I know better than to pick a fair fight with you, but you better watch your back."
Garou will lean in just as close The flies buzzing about him, creating this nauseating aura. He says, empty threats. If it's gold that you're after, I can get you your gold. Worry not about that. I have been a man of my word. The next time we meet, I will resolve whatever issues I have with the blackened rings, and I will leave you a fair amount of the gold. After that, don't look to me for a hunt.
You're making some mighty big assumptions there. Don't look to you. You best look over your shoulder. He gives a little whistle. His owl comes in, lands on his shoulder. It's still massively big, even on his big, half-giant body. Good luck with whatever shit you find yourself in. You're gonna need it. He kicks dirt over the fire, picks up the owl. He has the owl, picks up the rabbit, hands it to the owl, who just takes half of it in its beak and puts the whole thing down in one bite. And he's going to stalk off back to you, but the owl turns its head and keeps eyes on you as he walks away.
I'll see you back at the lodge then.
You better hope you don't.
Fair enough.
All right. Garou, you've been given a scent. I haven't been given a new quarry specifically, but you've been given a path to follow. Do you return back to Kragala?
Yeah. Garou will take a moment to once again look at the night sky. He remembers the sun that he saw at the other end of the cave. Frowns for a moment, and then remembers the stranger who was peeping on him, and frown once again. He says, whatever these creatures are, Nur is interested in them, and they will cause problems here for me if it's not taken care of. So for now, good night. I will be back.
And that is the last night that you will see for some time as you return back to the land of the unsetting sun. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end this session. Thank you, Wally, for joining me, and thank you, lovely audience, for listening. And I guess we're going to catch you next week, where we will finally meet Red's character. We'll see you then.
Take it easy, y'all.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Hunting Party, a Rolling with Difficulty adventure. We'll be back next week with another walk on the wild side, but until then you can find us on socials or on the Rolling with Difficulty Discord server. If you enjoyed the show, please leave a like, rate, and review us on your preferred podcast platform, and if you really enjoyed the show, consider becoming a patron for even more exclusive content created by the cast and monthly live patron hangouts with the cast over on Discord. All that and more can be found linked in the show notes below. Got all that? Good. The quarry is yours. Happy hunting.